I feel like I'm not interested in hearing what I have to say.
Yeah, but that's you.
Mm.
You're specific, I think.
Mm.
We're rolling, so we can start whenever you want. So we start, I guess, with the thank yous. I mean, obviously the first thing is that welcome back. Clearly, Coffee Time seems to have worked because we're on episode 2 now. But importantly, if you haven't been in for the last week, we've got the pistes now. They kind of came by surprise. We didn't expect them to be there on the Wednesday, but thank you to everyone who came in and helped out. That was a big help. We got everything up in one night, which, again, I don't think we expected.
And it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it literally lightens the place up. We're ready to go.
We didn't expect, but like in many things, good or bad, we challenged them immediately, and it worked. We almost set it up in one night. We're just doing the small things. This is a place that it would be nice, even in a big country or in a big fencing country. I mean, like Italy or France or anywhere in the world. It looks very, very, and I say very nice. I say it as an Italian, as somebody who has seen beautiful places and big places. Very good place to train.
I was going to bring up the point that I was fortunate enough to go around with you for quite a few years to national centres and things like that. I think the only place that can match this is some of the proper government-funded national team
the big
places.
Ones, yeah, we can't compare to big national centres.
But the fact that we're even in the same discussion says a lot about the quality of the space that we've managed to build as a family here. And
very much. Even in building the piste, it looked like everybody helping each other. The atmosphere is something I'm enjoying a lot. It has been a while. There's a clear atmosphere of a club, of a family, where people they work hard with intensity, but everybody tries to help each other. It's something that we lost a little bit for a while, and it was our duty to get it back.
So we've settled on the name. I say that, Shelter, I'll get it right. Shelter Douglas Arena is what we decided,
That's right. I thought of arena because that's what it looks like, a place where, like the gladiators, when they were fighting. It's almost a square where people can fight. In fact, we have two, because we have the big one and the mini arena, which is my favorite. It's small. That's the place where I would train, but I like complicated things. People like the piste, nice and shiny.
Well, we've made it already complicated because the numbers are deliberately out of order. We need to switch the big ones around, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4 being in sort of order, even though there's 12 in the middle.
The order of the piste, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but I'm a big advocate of controlled chaos. If people get lost just because the number 5 is not after 4, I think they shouldn't do fencing. So if people get lost because 6 is not after 5 and 7 is not after 6, is the problem. One guy, one coach, the memorable coach, and like Antonio Di Sciolo, would have been very happy of these numbers in the wrong order.
Speaking of wrong order, I think a good thing to go while we're in this, we'll do the thank yous at the start, because I think that's the most pertinent while we're thinking about having everything set up and being kind of settled now.
I think there's a thank you that I've been saying to him personally a million times, and maybe definitely some other people have done. But there's somebody that needs to be thanked so much for what he has done and the time he's given and the quality of time he's given in all these years for New South Wales fencing, meaning as a community. And since we worked for New South Wales, I think it's been essential in all this. He's Duncan Fairweather. He's always been close to us. He's been a pillar for us coaches, for the fencers and families, in building something that I believe it was extraordinary. So to him, I said it many times, but I want to say it publicly, big thank you, Duncan. It would have been impossible to do it without such support. Another person that was very significant for us is Kay Mahoney. Not just because she's the mother of 2 of our fencers, but she's been a very special president during a time with New South Wales fencing. We felt the support from her, and we missed her quality when she went. And not just in that case. She's always been somebody very supportive of us.
She's been part of the family from the moment that her kids started fencing with us, I think.
Absolutely.
Even before she was president, I think she was still Somehow we always felt that she was
She's
the
also
whole family.
a fencing supporter more than anybody else. She watches more fencing than anybody, and the whole family got the fencing bug at one point, including Scott. Thank you very much also to Kay. On the side of this, I like to thank also one person that, I don't know, she's always around. She's always so positive. Doesn't matter what her name is, who we work for. She is such a positive presence here. So even when she's not here, because she does things that for us are very important. And she's Carrie Taylor. It's amazing how much this woman has been able to help us unconditionally and with lots of love. We all appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
And she's still there. She's still going, doing things for us and more. Thank you very much to Carrie too. Sure, we forget some people from the present, from the past. I don't know, but anybody who's been giving us the right support and their love. For us, it's very important, so we thank them very much.
We can put anyone who forget, just tell me, and we'll put like names in the subtitles or something like that.
We will. Or we do it slowly, while things are coming down and working nicely and positively. We will think even more of people. But definitely, we wanted to thank Duncan and Carrie above the others.
Well, especially because we've gotten all this set up just in time because we've got the fencing festival coming up. It's less than a month now, right?
That's less than a month. Our colleague and friend Alex couldn't stay without organizing a competition, so she brought us again to run a competition here at the Sholto Douglas Arena. And already many registrations coming. We want to do competitions. We want to do competitions especially for kids. Kids like to compete, of course. And when you are 8, 10, 12 years old, 14 years old, you want to do it within range. So you don't need to travel that much. Although we organize a couple of tours a year, maybe more. We've been to Thailand. We are going to go to Singapore in a couple of months. But to be able to compete near home is very important. So we wanted to provide this opportunity for all the kids.
It's kind of Alex's child, so to speak. I think it's even back more than 10 years we've been doing this.
Absolutely.
This thing, right?
Just the name can change, but the nature of the idea, the spirit is the same. No? We want to provide a nice competition that is also international in Sydney, and our center can easily host it.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen, I believe, in September, October. No?
I think it's the last 2 days of September and the first 3 of October, because it goes from under 10 all the way to under 17. Right?
It goes, from 8 to 17, all weapons, and we'll be here. Referees will be here, and I hope to see many people here. But it's just the beginning again of another story.
Yeah. And the other one we should go on to while we're just wrapping things up and set up is the coaching team, because we've got new people coming in. And
that's a very important topic for us, I think, because we've been here, especially the three of us. We were here established, let's say, despite the age differences, but we are all together again. I'm very proud to say, Sabre, first of all, not we just have Alex as the historical coach of the academy, but we have a great addition in Michael Howard. Michael brought in his club, the club that he had founded together with some other parents in here. And him and his students are all amazing students, some of which have done amazingly and extraordinarily at the Commonwealth recent championships. A couple of them, Zara and Alex, actually won the championships. So Michael and Alex will be the strong part of the two main coaches of Sabre. It's amazing to have two coaches like this. Together, I think they won so many medals at Commonwealths. The pay team, I believe, is very special because we have somebody like you in very few years has established himself and is showing a fencing that is very peculiar. Of course, for me, it's easy to judge it since you work very much in an Italian way. We've gone in that direction. But you put your input in there. And you have the help of the extraordinary Amélie. She brings something special here. Her experience, her energy is very special. And plus, the experience of Richard, which is very, very important. I value Richard very much. He's basically been next to us.
The whole time? Since the first squads you were
From the beginning. So three valuable coach in a pay, all different. Different experience, different type of approach, but together is a very strong team. And in foil, I do my part as usual. I have some fantastic young guys helping now. I have Chris Paoloni and Simone Gran and Robert Ciccarelli. So the team is going younger. I have again the help of Coach Dimi Giovanni. So we are together. We are a nice group with my experience, if I may, and the young guys to support at the best all the foilists that we have here. There are quite a few young ones and less young ones. So all together we are so ready for new challenges. Most of all, we are ready to give them and to pass them our philosophy of working. Because this is the era of quick things. Everybody wants something happen in a minute. It's like fast food. And I remember always, and I say all the time, my grandmother always said, if you want fast food, just go to McDonald's. If you want something good, stay here with me. Here we cook things slowly, and good things take time. We believe that there are some principles in learning as well as some principles in teaching, because we pass them, and nothing is done in a day, nothing is done fast, nothing is done quick. If you want to build something solid, you need to go slow and do it right. This, of course, might cause that until 10, 11, 12, kids are not running around knowing everything like little Mozarts. We don't need little genius. We need people who are learning, and then, as it always happens with our group, they flourish at the right time. There are other principles of our philosophy that is important, and one includes all of them, and it's the big difference between objectives and intentions. Objectives for us are something that we cannot control, and so they are not so useful, because to say I want to win this doesn't go anywhere. Everybody wants to win. What we do for winning is a very different matter, and that's the part we can control. Our intentions are what we can control. You want to do well, train a lot, do it right, most of all, not just the quantity of ticking a box. Do it with quality, do it with joy. These are part of our intentions. Results usually come as a consequence, and if they don't come, it means we need to work more and better. But to just set up objectives is something I never understood. There are too many variables.
Yeah.
If you read recently, a very young guy, which I'm admiring every time, Filippo Macchi, the guy who fencer goes second, it's amazing how wise he seems in his externations, in his words. Somebody who's lost the Olympic game controversially, if you like it, he finished in a way that he's taking all the positive out of it, knowing that he's worked hard for it, and it was a beautiful day, a beautiful competition, something extraordinary for him. He keeps what was positive. This is typical of the great people. Champions are not just the ones who win, are also the ones who work for winning, which is very different. They are two different matters. Maybe we can add, relating also to Macchio, to other people, sometimes I mentioned this fantastic coach of volleyball, Velasco, to think about what you have and not about what you don't have and what you could have, what you should have, is so important. You need to focus on what you have. How many pistes you have, what kind of partners you have, where you live. If you focus on the positive things, you can get the best out of whatever your life gives you. Otherwise, it's a constant regret and it's a constant bitter feeling, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work in a match, it doesn't work in a training, it doesn't work in a competition, it doesn't work in a life. You need to think about what you have here and now. Competitions are there as an opportunity, and especially in Australia, the way the system is designed, there are many open comps, 4 or 5, including nationals, especially for younger people and under 20. There are an opportunity to grow and to prepare the season. Having said this, nobody, I think, should start a competition without the feeling or the objective of winning, if you like it. But you do point to point. To say it before, we would like to do this and that, this is a very amateur, or going after points too. Very amateur, in my opinion. Champions, they go point to point. We are not even champions. We are people who are working hard to do results and to enjoy what they're doing. We just had to prepare. We are preparing nicely. We talk about Perth when we come back,
Yeah.
and we
We'll
will
update
do an
you.
analysis one way or the other, no?
Yeah, well, it's a short run to Perth now, so we'll get back to you everyone after that. So you can look forward to the debrief when we're back.
We'll see.
It feels like an international comp almost. It's bloody 6 hours.
Because it's far. But we need to respect these people from WA, or they come on this
They
side.
come on our side every
They come on
competition.
this
Yeah.
side, but we should be close. We should cut distances, otherwise, by thinking it doesn't matter. 4 hours, 5 hours flight is fine. And within Asia, it's always an okay flight, I would say. It's when you start going somewhere else.
Another good reason why we're trying to push the festival in now 3 weeks. So like it's another good thing is that those the holding competitions in locally helps so much for our. We've got a lot of guys, so I think it's going to be their first competition.
The first competition. So kids under 14 or still under 17, and I would add under 20. They need to fence locally as much as possible. Then a world championship, it is what it is, although it's usually always in the Middle East. But anyway, traveling is not easy, not just for Australians, but for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up there. We see you all probably next week, I think.
Thank you always for staying with us. We see you in a week or two. We see. It's going to become maybe weekly since many are asking for it.
Okay, cool. We can cut it.
We need to cut a lot.